If you're worried your wedding photos are going to take over your entire wedding day, I need you to hear this. That fear is valid because, yes, photos matter a lot. But you should not feel like you spent all this money and all this planning of a wedding to disappear from the party for 2 hours while everyone else eats the appetizers you paid for, the drinks you paid for, or any of that. So today I'm going to walk you through how to get the photos you actually care about without missing the wedding day you worked so hard to plan. I'm Steve Barnett, and I'm a Pennsylvania wedding photographer. I photograph weddings throughout central Pennsylvania, including places like Harrisburg, Hershey, Lancaster, York. What else is there? There's Gettysburg, there's Adams, and the surrounding general areas. And today, I want to talk about something couples are absolutely asking me in the comments and in the DMs. How do we take wedding photos without missing cocktail hour, the reception, or half the day? Because I get it. You want beautiful photos. You want the portraits. You want the family photos. You want the wedding party photos. You want those details. You want the ceremony. You want the little reactions. But you don't want it to feel like an all-day photo shoot. You want to enjoy the wedding. Wild concept, right? Imagine wanting to be present at the event you spent months planning for. How unreasonable. But here's the good news. Your wedding photos do not have to take over the day. That only happens if there is a plan. Not a stiff plan, not a military operation with bouquets, but a realistic plan. A plan that understands how humans actually move, how families actually gather, and how wedding days actually feel. The first thing I want you to understand is this. Photos take time, but confusion takes a lot more time, and that's the real problem. It's usually not the actual photo taking, it's the time spent trying to figure out who's supposed to be in it, where they went, why Uncle Bob is already at the bar, why one bridesmaid disappeared, why nobody knows where the bouquet is, why is the groom's brother deciding that this was the perfect time to use the bathroom. That's where the time gets eaten alive. So if you want photos to move quickly, you need clarity before the wedding day. Start with the family photos. Family photos are usually the part of the day where timelines go to die if no one plans ahead. Not because family is bad. Family is lovely. We love family. But family is also chaotic. So, before the wedding, make a list. Let's make a real list, not a we'll figure it out. No, my friend, that phrase is where peace goes to be murdered. Make a list of the family groupings you actually want. Immediate family, parents, siblings, grandparents, any specific people who really matter to you, and keep it realistic. You don't need every possible combination of every person who shares DNA with you. You need the photos that matter, the ones you'll care about later. And once that list is made, send it to your photographer before the wedding. Even better, let's assign one person from each side of the family to help gather people, someone who knows the family, someone who's not afraid to be a little bit bossy, someone who can say, Aunt Linda, get over here, we need you. Beautiful. Hire that energy, okay? The second thing is deciding whether a first look makes sense for you. Now listen, I'm not here to bully you into a first look. You do what you want. If you want the aisle reveal, I respect it. Love that traditional moment, and that's completely fine, but you need to understand the trade-off. A first look can give you more flexibility. It can let you do a couple portraits, wedding party photos, and some family photos before the ceremony, which means after the ceremony you might actually be able to move into cocktail hour a little faster, or at least not miss as much of it. But without the first look, most of these people or these photos usually have to happen after the ceremony. which isn't wrong. It just means you need to plan for it. So the question is not, is a first look good or bad? The question is, what do we care about more? Do we care more about seeing each other for the first time down the aisle, or do we care more about getting more photos done before the ceremony? There is no universal right answer. There's only your answer. The third thing is to protect the photos that matter most. This is where couples can accidentally overbook themselves. They want the couple portraits. They want the wedding party portraits. They want the immediate family, extended family, every friend group, because I get it, we all matter. We all have so much love to share. College friends, there's work friends, there's cousins, there's sorority sisters, there's the dog. Don't forget the dog. There's also your neighbor. There's the guy who catered your graduation party. Girl, no, not during cocktail hour. Listen, if you want to enjoy your wedding, you have to prioritize. The photos that deserve structured time are usually the couple portraits, immediate family photos, wedding party photos, grandparents if they are present, and any truly important specific grouping. Everything else can often be captured more naturally during the reception. Friend groups, grab those during the party. Table shots, maybe if you really want them, we can make that happen, but they're not always the best use of time. Random guest combinations, those can usually happen later. The goal is to not photograph every person at your wedding like they're checking in at the DMV. The goal is to photograph the people in relationships that matter most. The fourth thing is to think about location. This is huge. Location, location, location. If your ceremony, portrait spot, family photo location, and reception space are all far apart, everything takes longer. Walking takes time. Moving a wedding party takes time. Moving family members takes time. Moving in a dress takes time. Moving in heels across grass, that's its own sport. So when I'm helping a couple think about their timeline, I'm always thinking about where everything is happening. Can we do family photos near the ceremony space? Can we do the couple portraits somewhere close by? Can we use a natural, beautiful spot that does not require a 10-minute hike? Can we plan for portraits in a way that feels smooth instead of dragging everyone across the property like a wedding parade with anxiety? Good photo locations matter, but convenient photo locations matter too. The best plan usually balances both. The fifth thing is to build buffer time. I know. Buffer time is not glamorous. No one's making a Pinterest board about margin. But buffer time is what keeps your day from feeling like one late email away from disaster. If family photos are supposed to take 20 minutes, do not schedule exactly 20 minutes and then immediately expect to sprint into something else. Give it space. If portraits should take about 30 minutes, give yourself a little room. If you have a big wedding party, older relatives, if there's kids involved, if there's multiple locations involved, or if it's a tight venue layout, you need more time. Not because something is wrong, but because wedding days involve people, and people are not props. They move. They need instructions. We get distracted. I know I do. We have feelings. We need snacks. This is why realistic timelines matter. The sixth thing to remember is that cocktail hour is not all or nothing. Some couples think, well, if we miss 10 minutes of cocktail hour, we failed. No, that's not the vibe. You're okay. You're fine. Sometimes the best plan is to get the important photos done efficiently, then join the second half of cocktail hour, or join the tail end, or build in a private moment with appetizers brought to you, or do that first look so you get most of it, or extend cocktail hour slightly if your venue and catering team are able to accommodate that. There are options. The goal is not perfection. The goal is making sure the day works for you. If cocktail hour matters to you, tell your photographer that early. Say, hey, we really want to be present with our guests. That helps us build the photo plan around that priority. The seventh thing is to trust your photographer's guidance. This is where experience matters. A good wedding photographer should not just say, sure, we can do whatever. That sounds nice in theory, but it's not always helpful. Sometimes my job is to say, yes, we can do that. Sometimes my job is to say, we could do that, but it might cost you cocktail hour time. Other times my job is to say, let's move this earlier so you can actually enjoy the reception. Or maybe this list is too long for the time that we have, so let's prioritize. That's not me being difficult, I promise you. It's me protecting your day. Thing is to stop thinking back of photos as one giant block. Wedding photos happen throughout the day. Getting ready, details, first look, ceremony, family photos, the wedding parties, the couple portraits, you have your reception, the dance floor, right? Candids throughout the day, the sunset portraits, the exit photos if you're doing them, the ones with the sparklers or something. So when couples say, we don't want photos to take too much time, what they usually mean is, in my opinion, is we don't want the formal portraits to take over, and that's fixable, okay? Family portraits need structure. The rest of the day can be documented as it unfolds. This is why a good timeline helps so much. It gives that structure where structure is needed, but freedom where the day should just be lived. The ninth thing is to be honest about what you want. If you hate formal portraits, tell me, tell your photographer. If family photos are really important, tell me, tell your photographer. If cocktail hours matters, tell your photographer. If you want sunset portraits, if you want mostly candids, if you want a lot of those pose editorial style portraits, tell your photographer. You're not being difficult by saying what matters to you. This is your day. You're helping me/us serve you better. The worst thing is when a couple keeps their priorities vague and then feels disappointed later because no one really knew what they cared about most. So be clear. A good photographer, will help you build around those priorities. The 10th thing here is to understand this. Your wedding day should not feel like a photo shoot with a ceremony attached. You deserve beautiful photos. You also deserve to eat the food, hug your people, laugh during cocktail hour, dance at your reception, and feel like you were actually there. That's why the photo plan matters, not because we need control every minute, but because we need to protect the experience. So, listen, if you're planning your wedding now and you're worried about photos taking over the day, here's the simple version. Make a family photo list. Decide whether a first look helps your priorities. Keep the formal groupings realistic. Choose photo locations that make sense. Build in that buffer time. Tell your photographer what matters most. And remember, my friends, your wedding photos should support the day, not swallow it whole. Listen, if you're planning a wedding in Pennsylvania and you want a photographer who helps you get the photos you care about without making the whole day feel like a stiff, rushed commercial production that's overwhelming, I would love to talk with you. Head to my website, head to my Instagram, my TikTok, all of it. Send me an inquiry, send me a DM, call me, beat me, text me if you want to reach me, and tell me what you're planning. I would love to help you build a photo plan that lets you feel comfortable, lets you feel prepared, and actually represents you the way you want your wedding day represented. All right, until next time.